We like featuring our patio garden this time of the year because it's really starting to shine. The plants are looking pretty sharp and just got a lot of flowers on them this time of the year. We created this garden about 4 years ago, and we did it to give gardeners who live in maybe an urban situation a different option for small backyards or side yards. They could do something like this. Instead of having some turf areas that they would have to maintain, this way they can have like a series of planting areas surrounded by hardscape. And the hardscape that we're using are these hearthstone pavers. Well, when we had Felder rushing up in June for our summer garden fest, he really liked our patio garden. He was really impressed with this area. Felder is, of course, a garden writer and author. He has several books, very well-respected gardener of the South. And the thing he liked about our patio garden was all the different areas. And he really liked the idea of being able to have different themes in different spots of the garden. And that's kind of what we've got going this year. And we do something like that about every year here in a patio. Well, in this little section of the patio garden, we've got a collection of daisies. And they're really giving us a lot of bright colors right now here in the middle of July. Right down here, we've got a new zinnia. This is called Swizzle, cherry and ivory with the pink and white there in the blooms. It's a very small plant with large flowers. This is new for 2005. We got the seed from Thompson and Morgan. Right over here is a gaillardia. It's called Fanfare. Hasn't been out but a couple of years. And you can see the uniqueness to this plant. Those ray florets are sort of fluted. They sort of look like little tubes, something different for the gaillardias. Then right next to it, we've got another new plant for 2005. This is a marigold. It's called Salon. And this is also from Thompson and Morgan. And the flowers are interesting. Got the yellow florets there in the center with those red-orange ray florets around the outside. And these plants can have up to 250 flower heads per plant. Well, right here in the center, we've got what I think is the best Shasta daisy for Oklahoma. This is one called Becky, and it is the most heat tolerant I've found of the Shastas. This one was selected in Atlanta, Georgia several years ago. But look at the number of flowers here in mid-July. We even got buds coming on down here, so we're going to have flowers throughout a much longer period of the summer. But it's such a sturdy plant too, very thick, large stems there. Great Shasta daisy, Becky. Right over here we've got a black-eyed Susan, and this is one called Indian Summer, and it's got an extra couple sets of chromosomes. It's actually a tetraploid plant, and the flower heads are about 5 times as large as the traditional black-eyed Susan that we see along the roadsides. Sometimes these flower heads can be 6-7 inches in diameter. Really large black-eyed Susan, and you can see all the color it gives us here in the garden. Well, we've got a few other Salon marigolds on this side and a few more Shasta daisies and the zinnias, kind of repeating the pattern. And over in this part of our patio garden, we've got sort of another theme going on. This is a color theme of silvers, purples, sort of magentas, and pinks. And right down on this end, we've got a lot of the silver foliage plants like the Silver Falls dichondra right back here. This will overwinter in a lot of the winters in Oklahoma. Right here, we've got the lotus plant, the silver lotus, and it would look a little more silver if it wasn't so weighted down with the dew we've had overnight. Right up here we've got Colchester White Centaurea. This is actually a type of bachelor's button. It is a tender plant, a little bit more elegant than the typical Dusty Miller. A few other silver plants. Right up here we've got some statice to give us a little purple. Right down here, the little purple and white flowers of the statice, one of the florist's favorite plants. Brazilian verbena here, a nice see-through verbena bonariensis, the verbena on a stick, as a lot of people call it. And we've got some other traditional silver plants like the lamb's ears right up here, giving us some nice silver color. And the little petunia is a species petunia. This is Petunia integrifolia. It's got smaller blooms, but there's a lot more of them, and they're produced in profusion in the summertime. Well, one other little island area I want to show you in this garden is this little section right here, it's got purple and yellow colored plants in it. We've got the mealy sage right here, Salvia farinaceae, native to Texas. We plant this in our garden every year. Sometimes will overwinter for us. And then right next to it, we've got indigo spire salvia. And this is a hybrid salvia. And one of its parents is the mealy cup sage. You can kind of see the resemblance there. But a lot taller, and a plant that will occasionally overwinter in Oklahoma. If you want to try to help it overwinter, don't cut it back until the spring. Leave indigo spire salvia. Leave all those stems through the winter, and maybe it will overwinter for you. Some of the yellow we've got down here is the yellow plume gaillardia. Just look at those beautiful flower heads there. This is a plant that's sort of a short-lived perennial, but we treat it as an annual. It gives us lots of beautiful flowers the first year. Another yellow plant right up here is one of the tropical butterfly weeds. This is probably my favorite one. This is Silky Gold. And the flowers are sort of a dark golden yellow. Silky Gold butterfly weed. We've got our Oklahoma proven annual right down here, the summer snapdragon or angelonia, for another source of purple color. Giving us a great display here in the summertime. Beautiful plant. And also just want to point out the crepe myrtles that we've got in this garden this year. We've got Burgundy Cotton right here with these beautiful white, blushed pink flowers and dark burgundy colored foliage. But Burgundy Cotton is this one. We've also got Siren Red and Pink Velour crepe myrtles hybridized here in Stillwater by former OSU professor Dr. Carl Whitcomb. So if you have a home that has a small backyard or side yard, you might want to put in your very own patio garden.